What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you our Week 4 battle for the UBL. We are currently 2-1. Our opponent is also 2-1. If you guys want to skip the team builder, there is a timestamp on the screen and in the description. I'm excited for this game. We're playing against Sven, and Sven and I have played a couple times, and we're pretty even in terms of our matchup. I think he has a slight advantage over us in terms of the total amount of wins, but it's very, very close. And Sven's a really good player, definitely one of the 5 or 10 best players in the community. So we're going to see what we can do against him and see if we're worthy of that comparison, joining that rank. And honestly, I feel like I am, but hey, that's subjective. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Looking at the matchup, what does our opponent have? They have a pretty nasty team. It's a team built around Galar Zapdos with terrain, and the terrain is going to be psychic terrain and grassy terrain. There's a Heatran there to take care of the fairy types that want, or fairy types and flying types rather, that want, and ice types I guess, and kind of electric types too, that want to deal with Galar Zapdos, so that's really nice there. Alakazam with Indeedee is very powerful because both get expanding force in the psychic terrain. It's insanely hard to switch in on. Tapu Bulu is a really good way to beat down bulky waters and I guess bulky ground types too. And there's Blastoise, which is so annoying. There's a Dragalge, which gets toxic spikes. It's a dragon type. It's just really bulky all around. Palossand is a backup rocker for the Heatran. It's a ground type, the only one that he has on his roster, and a ghost type as well in case there's a really good fighting type on the opponent's team. Rotom Frost, Skuntank, and Dedenne. Honestly, not going to come to too many games, but I would be not surprised if we saw a Rotom Frost here because I do have a Garchomp and it can try and catch me off guard with a nice Blizzard. The good news is we do outspeed it. And one thing we have to note about this is that my opponent has only brought the same 5 Pokemon to 3 games, and that's going to be Zapdos, Heatran, Alakazam, Indeedee, and Blastoise. All those 5 come to every single game. Then there was, I think, Palossand came to 1 game, Skuntank to another, and then I think it was Dragalge to the 3rd one, if I'm not mistaken. If not Dragalge, probably Rotom Frost, but I think Bulu has not come at all, and I'm kind of hoping it doesn't because it's really annoying for my team to deal with. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Looking at our very first mon, it is going to be Pineapple, our Garchomp here. Garchomp is really good in this matchup because obviously he has a Heatran, and on the fact that Garchomp gets Scale Shot, which is a multi-turn attack. If I get to +2, 2 Scale Shots should KO a Alakazam, even going through the Sash, which is amazing for me. Poison Jab is there for the Tapu Bulu. If it's a offensive Blastoise, at +2 Earthquake should get the KO on it if there's no terrain, but if it's defensive, that's why we have the Yachi Berry. You can take the hit, take the Ice Beam pretty well, and then fire back a second Earthquake or go for a Scale Shot to be able to then outspeed something like the Alakazam or a Scarfer that would be underspeeding us normally. So that's why we have our Garchomp. We have max speed so we can outspeed the Dedenne. It also outspeeds the Zapdos, and if in the event that we get, I don't know, an Alakazam deciding to try and creep the Garchomp, creeping the Zapdos, we might outspeed it that way, but I don't see it coming at all. Either way, I do feel good about this set. It's very solid here. Probably gonna be a late game sweeper or an early game breaker, but based on the way my team is really reliant on Garchomp. So I want to be careful with how I play it. Our next mon is gonna be our Crawdont here. Now Crawdont is not, it has not performed well in the mocks. In the season for us, it's been really good, but in the mocks, I think I could probably come with a better set. And the only issue is I'm not very happy with the match for Crawdont. I thought it was gonna be much happier, but I'm not as happy as I thought it was gonna be. Reason for that is because everything just outspeeds it, everything. And the good mons that he's going to be bringing are going to outspeed it, and they're going to do a lot of damage, if not OHKOing it outright. So we do have our Focus Sash on here. That's really good if he doesn't bring any rocks. So if the Heatran is not rocks, or if he doesn't bring Palossand, that's great for me. But there's definitely that possibility. If I see Heatran, I can't just go and attack it or switch in on the Heatran, go for an attack because I am minus special defense nature, and even if he goes for like a flamethrower, 2 of them will probably get the KO on me, which is not good. Obviously, we have Aqua Jet to wear it down, we have Knockoff, and most of the time, Knockoff is going to be the play against pretty much anything. But the goal for this Crawdont is to weaken everything for Garchomp. If I can get rid of Heatran, fantastic. Yes, Heatran is kind of beaten by Garchomp, but it helps out a lot with my final Pokemon you're going to see. But Blastoise, weakening that thing is great. Zapdos, same deal. If I can get a Sludge Wave off on the Tapu Bulu, that's awesome for me. I want to leave this thing, I really do. Issue is, if you leave Zapdos clicks U-turn, then unless I go for a Sludge Wave predicting the incoming Tapu Bulu, then I'm screwed. And even then, it could be Kevia Berry, so we gotta be careful around it. That is for sure. The speed that we have on this set is there for a no-speed Blastoise. Actually, no, it's 12-speed Blastoise and a max-speed Dragalge. That's really what it's there for. Yeah. Next up, though, we have our Galar Slowking here. Archimedes coming back after a break from just sweeping through Patmac. We have Sludge Bomb, Psyshock, Scald, and Future Sight. This set is really good. Our coverage is fantastic in this matchup. The only thing that doesn't hit for great damage is going to be the Heatran, which we have Scald for. And I'm going with Scald over something like Surf or Hydro Pump because I want to get a burn on something like the Tapu Bulu, on something like the Palossand in case it's running Poltergeist, on something like I don't know, Zapdos if it comes in, just, you know, things in general. Burning things in general is really good with the Galar Slowking. If I can get that 30%, I'll be in a really good spot. We're Assault Vest because most of this team is special. You look at Heatran, Alakazam, Blastoise, if it's going to be a special shell smashing set. Indeedee, Dragalge, most Palosands are special. Rotom is going to be special, so it's pretty good. Let's try it again. It is a good idea to run Assault Vest this week. The investment we have on this set allows me to take 2 +2 Modest Blastoise Dark Pulses from full. We take 2 Timid Life Orb Expanding Forces in Terrain from, I believe that was the Indeedee, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, that's from Alakazam, excuse me. And then we take a Banded Zapdos' Brave Bird on top of that too. Moving on to our next mod is going to be Pitmaster, our Rapidash, making its season debut. Flare Blitz, Wild Charge, High Horsepower, and Toxic with the Life Orb this week. Toxic is there only for the Palossand and I guess kind of the Blastoise. Honestly, I'd probably just Wild Charge the Blastoise in case it goes for a Shell Smash in my face. I want to be able to chip it down as much as possible, put it in range of something like a Future Sight or whatever. So yeah, the investment we have on this set allows me to outspeed the Dedenne. It's the same speed as the Garchomp, and that's really it. It's just a solid Pokemon all around. We put the rest of our investment to special defense because I want to make sure I can lower my HP output from Life Orb Recoil as much as possible. Instead of taking 14 points of health, I'll take 13 points of health. I do this very commonly on my Lycanroc Dusk for the BBL. So if you guys want to see more BBL content, by the way, that goes up on Mondays. But yeah, this Pokemon is really good here. It breaks really well, and it's probably going to be my lead because it outspeeds everything on the roster outside of the Alakazam, which is really nice. And it can OHKO quite a few things, or actually 2-KOs everything on the roster, except for Palosands or anything with the Resist Berry. So it's very important here. I can fire off a nice high horsepower on the Heatran, Wild Charge, or Flare Blitz on the Zapdos. Probably going to go for the Flare Blitz, if anything. But yeah, I feel pretty confident about this Rapidash. It's just a very good mod all around. Actually, you know what? If I don't see the Palossand, I go for the Wild Charge. If I do see Palossand, then I go for the Flare Blitz because I don't know if the Blastoise or the Palossand will be the check to Rapidash. But yeah, that's going to be our Rapidash. Moving on to the next mon, it is going to be Mantine. Flapjack is back. Air Slash, Scald, Haze, and Roost. Haze is there for the set of Blastoise. I think in all my mocks except for one, it came as a Shell Smashing set. It came as one was special, one was physical. And the physical one I had a really big problem with because I think it had Brick Break, Liquidation, and Rock Slide, which is very scary. So I want to make sure I have an answer to that, and this is one of the answers. We have Water Absorb to be able to take a hit from the water attacks. We are mostly specially defensive. We do have quite a bit of physical investment, which allows me to do a few things. Number one, it allows me to take a Life Orb Zam's Modest Knockoff into a Psyshock, which is awesome. We also take a Modest Life Orb Psyshock in Terrain, and we take a Banded Zapdos Galar's Brave Bird from full, or 2 close combats. And we have the same speed as Crawdaunt on this week, which is enough speed for 12 speed Blastoise or max speed Dragalge. That's going to be our Mantine. Moving on to our final mon. This Pokemon needs to have Heatran gone because I'm not running any coverage for it, and that's going to be our Clefable. Now, Bubba is back with Moonblast, Softwell, Calm Mind, and Aromatherapy. Aromatherapy is nice because there could be Toxic coming from Palossand, from Heatran, from whatever. There could be a burn from Scald, or just, I don't know, a Will-O-Wisp in general on my Garchomp, which I really don't want to deal with. So having Aromatherapy is nice, but it's mostly there for Clef because we're running Unaware. And this is one of my answers to a physically offensive Shell Smashing Blastoise. And it sucks that I have to kind of but dedicate a whole Pokemon to that, but I have to. It's that scary to deal with, so we're going with Unaware with a defensive option. And what this does allows me to take 2 Jolly Scarf of Zapdos' Brave Birds from full, that's with our leftovers. We can calm it up on quite a bit. If the Heatran is gone, this is important, if the Heatran has to be gone, we can Calm Mind and win the game. Okay, especially against something like Alakazam. If Alakazam is not Life Orb, or there's no terrain up anymore, we don't have to worry about Expanding Force or whatever, I can Calm Mind away and then start sweeping, which is really nice. And Aromatherapy is there to get rid of the Toxic that the Palossand might want to force onto me. But yeah, that's going to be our Clefable. That's going to be our team for this week's battle. Pretty nervous about it because a lot of the people now are 2-2. Okay, a lot of teams are 2-2, and if we get the win here, we'll be 3-1. I think we'll be tied for second, or actually we'll be we'll tie for second. There's one team that's undefeated currently. At least they were 3-0. And if we can get the win, that'd be absolutely huge for us. So yeah, secret word of today's video is going to be banana. Make sure to comment that down below. OG banana. I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, banana is the secret of the day, and let's do it. Make sure to comment that. Show your real MVP who watches the team builders, and it is time to battle. All right, everyone, we are back, and this is a very different team than I expected. No Indeedee is awesome. There's a Skuntank. There is a Bulu, which is not great. There's only one rock, and that is the Heatran, though. But this team right now is super weak to Rapidash, so I am going to lead off with that. What was I surprised not to see? I'm surprised not to see Blastoise, which is actually, oh my god, so good for me. I'm a little kind of regretting now taking off Silvally. Actually, am I? Because I'm not really regretting that, actually. Because now, well, I have to get rid of the Skuntank and the the Heatran now so that Clef can sweep, but not super necessary. Honestly, Clef can just kind of do work once the Heatran is gone and just start moonblasting things, which is nice. I'm leading off with Pitmaster here. It outspeeds everything on the team except for the Alakazam. We'll find out if anything is Scarf right away, which is going to be huge for me. And that's really it. If I see a lead Rotom, I probably just go for a Flare Blitz and see what happens. And if he goes for, I don't know, if he has a Flash Fire Heatran, that's unfortunate, but I can get really good damage off on with high horsepower, and that's really nice. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Really with that, I think that's the best way to go about it. And we will see how it goes. But what is Sven going to lead off with here? If we see lead Heatran with Rocks, that would be unfortunate because we lose our Sash on Crawdons. It's not super important because we'll take a hit from the Skuntank and from the Heatran. From that range, we should also take a hit from Alakazam, unless it's Focus Blast. I think, actually no, Dazzling we won't take either because we're minus special defense. Bulu we're not taking a hit from anyways. But yeah, without access to our Sash, we're going to be taking a lot of damage. Anyways, good luck, have fun to Sven. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it can go in our favor. Getting to 3-1 would be really important for us. Yeah. He's going to lead off with what? The Rotom. Okay. We'll find out if this is Scarf right away. Question is, do I fire off a Flare Blitz against this? Do I horsepower it? What is the play? I think the play honestly has to be to Flare Blitz. The one punish is if he is both Flash Fire and Air Balloon on his Heatran. If he's Shuckle Berry, then fine. He has to be really defensive to take the hit still. I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz here. We'll find out. This Rotom is Scarfed. So Rotom does about half. Frost, Volt Switch should do about half its Timid. Yeah, that makes sense. So we'll do really big damage to something here. If he expects me to like make a prediction, that'd be big, but he goes into Heatran. Okay. Is this Flash Fire? It's Air Balloon. It's Air Balloon Flash Fire. The one set that I really didn't want to see, but I have to get rid of the Air Balloon here. I have to. We're gonna go for the Wild Charge here. I have to get rid of the Air Balloon. That was the only time I had to actually click Wild Charge in this set, but I had to do it. Gotta break the Sash, or the Air Balloon rather. We're gonna see, do we see Rocks here? If we see Rocks, I'm okay with that. Okay, it's not the end of the world. I managed to break the Air Balloon on this, which is huge. I think I can. He's got to keep this around. It's like I should attack what's in front of me. I really should. People keep saying I should do that, but if the Rotom comes down, I lose this Pokemon for nothing. I don't really want to do that. I'll be honest. I have answers to this in the back, so I'm gonna go for Flare Blitz. There we go. Go Rotom. There we go. We got rid of the Rotom right away, which is awesome for me. It's one ground immunity gone. We'll take it. I'll take it. So Rapidash did its job. It weakened Heatran, and it got rid of a Pokemon. I wish it could have done a bit more, I'll be honest, but it's okay. I didn't even write down which Pokemon he brought. Rotom, Frost. What am I going into here? What am I going to? He could go into Zapdos. He could go into Heatran again. I think Bulu's definitely an option. You can go Skuntank, which would be annoying for Glowking. I honestly think that my Garchomp is the right play here, but it might be early. Flapjack is also solid because it takes any one hit from anything. I'm gonna go Flapjack because I want to make sure I can whittle things down first for Garchomp, and the fact that there's no Blastoise is really important. So let's see, we're gonna see Doge come in. That's the Heatran. I'm okay with this. So if I gone to Garchomp there, that'd been great for me, but hey, it is what it is. So let's see, we have Heatran. I'm gonna go for Scald on this, pretty straightforward. We see Bulu, we see a Zapdos. Wrong Zapdos. 191, oh my god, it's nothing. Zapdos G. This thing could definitely have a taunt rather, but we'll see. Oh my god, look at that damage. Again, we just need to get rid of Heatran. Wow, let's try it again. We gotta get rid of Heatran, and we should be good to go with our Clef. So, Scald again. We know there is a Steel Beam. It's gonna kill himself. Okay, so I should have gone for Roost there. This is resisted. We're still about half. That's fine. Skuntank, and then Alakazam. So this was like a suicide Heatran. Interesting. Ooh, if I had roosted. If I had roosted. That's okay, though. Nothing really... We don't take a hit from anything else anymore. This 2 mounts already gone, which is pretty big. If I get up... If I get a scale shot, I should be in a really good spot. This thing could be... If it's Nasty Plot, I'm fine with it because I'm unaware on my Clef. Do I switch out into something? I don't think so. I don't really need this Pokemon around anymore, to be honest. So, I just go for the Scald. I just go for the Scald and we see what happens. Charge Beam. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. I do have my Clef, which should eat any hit. No boost either, which is nice. I can go with Archimedes as well. I don't think that's a good play, though. I think Clef is the play here. We are very defensive Clefable. So Clefable against Skuntank. If it's special, then it's not great. If it's physical, so physical Jolly with Poison Jab, it'll do not bad, 50 to 60. But Moonblast here, I think, is my play. He knows I'm not Magikarp anymore, but breaking a Sash on the Alakazam is really big for me. Gonna switch out. That's definitely Skuntank, there it is. So if it's no bulk, we should be doing 42 to 51. No bulk, and we get the special attack drop, which is very nice for me. It doesn't matter, actually, does it? Yeah, it doesn't matter, because like, we're unaware. So Poison Jab is pretty free here. Do I need Cajun anymore? Cajun's nice for the Zapdos to get some chip off on that. For the Alakazam to get chip off on that. I should take any hit, which is, like, important. This game is offensive as hell. Zapdos I can eat any hit from. I have... Actually, if it's banned, I won't eat any hit. But I think keeping Archimedes healthy is important. He's going to go for Poison Jab, if anything, with this. I don't know if I risk that. I gotta be careful. Because I have Garchomp still, which can Poison Jab and do stuff. I'm going to go into Cajun here. I want to keep this thing healthy. I want to keep Clef healthy. I think it's important. For Alakazam or Zapdos even. I'm never going to see like a Sludge Bomb or a Poison Jab here. Sludge Bomb. So this is actually good because we switched out. So it's going to do less. It still does a good chunk, but Poison comes out. Not great, unfortunately, but I mean, it's 30%. It's expected. Let's go for the Aqua Jet. Maybe that was a bit of a rush decision. I could have gone for a Sludge Wave there, but yeah, because he switches out. He's going to go Bulu here. Yeah, there's the Bulu. Not great, obviously. But I think he's either going to attack me straight up, or he's going to try and set up on me. And I kind of just want to... I should have gone for the Sludge Wave there. It made Sludge Wave. Yeah, should have gone for Sludge Wave, but it made no sense for me not to, because if he stays in, he kills himself. Sure, I go to Garchomp, and I'm pretty free to just click Swords Dance. If he goes into this or the Bulu, then I kill with the Sludge Wave. Yeah, that's a rushed play. Not a right decision there. We go for the Sludge Wave here nonetheless, and we see what happens. Hopefully he expects a switch out or something. Hopefully he expects a swap. Oh, we outspeed! That's why you put speed on your... Oh my god, no way. It's not going to KO, but it's going to do a shit ton of damage there. And he subs, and he can't sub! And we outspeed it! No way. Oh my god, no way. That's why you put speed in your crawl. I can't believe that worked out for me. Any leftovers too. Well, we saw it already. So Bulu, with no investment, reaches 95, yeah. We got a good chunk of speed here. Is my play knockoff? Is knockoff KO? It's max defense. It has an item, or max HP rather. We do 28 to 34. It's like a risk to do this. I really want to get rid of whatever item something that comes in. But I think I Sludge Wave nonetheless. I do chip to everything, which is important. But getting this damage off on Bulu is so big for me. Wow. He's going to stay in? Switches out. So getting the knockoff there would have been really nice for me, but... And we could have gone a fat attack on this too. That's so unfortunate. Oh my god. If I got a knockoff on this, it would have been great for me. Damn it. I'm second guessing a lot of my plays, and it's causing problems. It's sub lead to Bulu, by the way. I'm pretty confident about that. Okay, Crawdont against Skuntank. How much do we do? Aqua Jet is 37 to 43. If he's got no... I mean, he's going to have some speed. Yeah, so he has speed either way, right? Yeah, either way he has speeds. I think I just go for the Aqua Jet here. Switches out. Oh, he's going back into Bulu, trying to get some recovery. That's fine with me. Try your best to get a recovery. I'd like to live a hit, be good. If I can live here, that's really nice. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't think it does. Yeah, I think we drop here. That poison hurts so much, wow. If there was no poison on that Sludge Bomb, I would have been in such a good shape. Okay, we do live, which is nice. And I think here, I just go for the knockoff. What is more to Bulu, Liquidation or knockoff? Tapu Bulu. Knockoff always is more, so I'll go for the knockoff here. I'm like so disappointed. I'm kind of disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. That's unfortunate. How much HP does he have left? How much turns of terrain? Let me think. Crawdon came in, he went to this, that's one, or Crawdon Aqua Jets, that's one turn. Then, okay, the terrain's gone. Terrain's gone. I think I'll go Bulu here, Garchomp here. There's no reason for me to click Swords Dance, like, at all. So I click Poison Jab. Because if he goes for Horn Leech, then I'm kind of screwed. But we got rid of this, which is nice. We take any one hit from anything, which is great. Alakazam, unless it's Scarfed, is a problem. And even then, it can't change up its moves, which is good. Again, Zapdos, I take a hit. Zapdos. Okay, there's Serial Killer. So, Alakazam. Level 50. Dazzling Gleam against my Garchomp. Does 75 to 89 if it's timid. If it's modest, it's a roll. Oh my god, after rocks, how is it? It's got 4 rolls to KO. 5 rolls to KO after rocks, but I go for Scale Shot here. This has to be modest Life Orb. And there's no way for me to find out if it's Life Orb or not. I have to Scale Shot. Psychics me, that's fine. So was that 172 down to 66? Only 2 hits. I gotta go for another one here. Is it Scarf? Is it Scarf? Not Scarf, so we get the KO on this. That's great. That's great. We are at -2 though, which is not good, obviously. If it's Scarf Zapdos, it's not good. We honestly could just lose this game right now because I cut Clef. Okay. Zapdos, Galar comes out. This thing could definitely be Scarfed. We should be doing, with 3 hits, about half to it. Is my play to swap? Is my play ever to swap? Because if it's Scarf, I'm fucked. I think it's special. Oh, it's probably special on the what is it? What that thing's called? I can't even remember the name. It's probably special on the Skuntank. We do hit this time. Good. We get a lot of hits here. 3 hits. Only 3 hits. So after a U-turn or whatever, it should be pretty low. So Braver here comes out. It'll take Rough Skin and it'll take Recoil and maybe Life Orb. Could be banned for all I know. Choice Band Brave Bird, it does 159 most to Bubba, so I should be fine. I go into this, and I click Moonblast. Yeah, so unless it's Adamant, it doesn't KO me. Go for the Moonblast here. Yeah, there's a Brave Bird again. Wasn't Adamant. So I think my play there should have been to recover up, but yeah. It's going to be a 1-0 for either way. Slow King against Skuntank. Slow King from Timid Dark Pulse takes 23.8 to 27. I don't expect him to be going for the Sludge Bomb here, or the Dark Pulse here. I think he's going for Sludge Bomb, so I'm going to switch out into this so I can get an extra turn of regen. There's a Sludge Bomb. So Galar Slowking takes 5 to 7 from this. Very good. I think I just go for my Scalds here. It's got a chance to burn. We should be doing about 28 to 33. It's got a nasty plot. Nasty plot Skuntank. We did not expect Skuntank to come at all. No burn. I think no burn there actually lost me the game. I might have been fine. The +2 does 44 to 57. So I go for a Scald here. No flinches. No flinches. 163 down to 55. Okay. He's got to be thinking if I'm making a play. Because if I switch out and he goes for a Nasty Plot, I lose. If I stay in, it's a 50-50 right now to win the game. Because I eat any hit. $50-50. 50-50 to win the game. Unfortunate. I got put such a... Like, the game, as good as it could have started, as it started out for me, I got put on the back foot really early. And if I'd gotten the KO on the Bulu, if I just KO'd or went for knockoff, if I just went for knockoff on this thing, it would have been fine. If I went for liquidation or whatever, just something on the Bulu, I would have been fine. So unfortunate. Wow. GG's. Nice set on the Skuntank, but I'm not going to lie, it came down to a 50-50 there if he switched out. Like, if I switched out, I would have won the game there. The 50-50, it happens, and I thought Stan would be like, yeah, Matt's going to make the play. He's going to notice that it's going to be enough. It happens. It happens. Like, I'm trying to think, like, obviously the Crawdon turns weren't the best for me. The fact that Elspeth Bulu was great. He's not making that mistake again. But yeah, the coverage from Skuntank was really good. If the fact that I felt like it'd be Explosion, if anything. That's why I didn't want to set it with Garchomp on it. Because against Garchomp, I should have, against Alakazam rather, I should have swapped hard into anything. into Clef, into probably Slowking, to be honest. Slowking might have eaten up that hit. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Life Orb, but if it was, and we ate the hit still, and I could have chipped it down, which would have been good. I mean, no, it didn't matter because Zapdos was there. My play should have been to roost up on the Zapdos. It was probably Scar Zapdos. Not roost up, I'll recover up on the Zapdos, softball. If I softball up on Zapdos a bunch of times, then I managed to keep it chipped, which is important. But him also going for Steel Beam on the Heatran, and I'm not roosting up on that was unfortunate. I just expect him to switch out into Bula and want to get the chance to burn. But yeah, we got the loss here. It happens. Sven's a good player, but that's 50-50 to end the game, and it happens. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like on the video, of course. These games happen, and you gotta make sure that you're ready for them, because you're gonna win some 50-50s, you're gonna lose some. Lately, honestly, I've been losing a lot of 50-50s, which does suck, but what are you gonna do? I do want to give a shout out to my YouTube channel members, so shout out to all 5 of them. We have our level 1s, Liv, Eric, and Zeke, our level 2, Tone, and our level 3, Sully. Shout out to them for all the support. If you guys want to become YouTube channel members, you can do so by clicking the join button. Make sure to comment as well, the secret word of the day, comment about the battle, all those things. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.